What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm going to review the second EP and first Christmas themed EP by Sabrina Carpenter, American singer Sabrina Carpenter. Based this product is called Fruitcake, and it came out. This particular product is called Fruitcake, and it came out in the fall of 2023. Now, within the fair about it here, within these pitches, Sabrina Carpenter was an uprise in like the 2020s decade as far as these pairs can have an excellent type pitches. She had been around since like the mid 2010s, pitches like that, excellent type ordeals as far back as when she was 14, 15, pitches like that. So it's within the ordeal as far as saying, definitely an aspect to like pop new school pitches like that. She's dropped a string of hit albums within these past several years that have gotten some pretty large commonplace pitches like that. Just a tradition. Some of these type fairs, probably one of the larger type newer staples, along with Billie Eilish, along with starlets like Billie Eilish and Olivia Rodrigo, and there's another one in there I'm trying to think of, JoJo Siwa, some of these type folks in particulars like that, but just kind of the pitch as far as saying, then some of those particular type fairs, it's good traces, pitches like that. So it's the aspect as far as saying, this is a classic EP here to get within these aspects as far as the tone's going to happen. Probably one of the more recent Christmas projects I can think of within the fair is kind of within the transition of more of the 2020s decade, some of these type fairs within the pitch, just with the aspect. I mean, yeah, there's definitely ones within the pitch behind it that have happened within certain degrees of 2020s, but in terms of something that's like contemporary, just as of right now type stuff, pitches like that within these ordeals as far as like the recency and kind of just really the contemporary discussion about pretty well, is this a good type pitch to get this particular fair. I reviewed Sabrina Carpenter earlier this year. I have another Sabrina Carpenter project. I've actually reviewed 3 of these, one of which is not going to service probably possibly even until 2020, late 2026 or further. Pitch like that. It's going to be a considerable while within these aspects, but just as far as saying some of these type pitches to get towards, is a good type project here to get within these tones. It's a definite dope kind of holiday spices pitches like that as far as those ordeals kind of. So within the fair, really nice, cute as the Dickens type aspect within the tone. It is something kind of within the aspect of like a neatly wrapped kind of candy cane pitch like that. So it's just with no ordeals for us saying good type pitch about it. But look after here being able to say, so there was one single off this project for these pairs. I recommend all 6 songs off this EP. So like I was saying, it's 10 out of 10 project here. There was one single. It was released in 2024. Surprisingly, didn't come out in 2023. It was within the pitch as far as saying, particularly within the aspect, she dropped. Sabrina Carpenter had a hit song from, like, she remixed a song called Nonsense, which became a Nonsense Christmas. Nonsense was off of her 2022 album, pitch like that. So it's within the Ferris Bar saying, but just some of these type pitches. So a Nonsense Christmas hit like the top 60 of the Billboard 100, did pretty well in like the dance and rhythmic charts, some of those type of appeals. So Nonsense Christmas, like a nice holiday jazz and dinner party kind of mingle to get within these aspects here. Just kind of an exclusive type song. By exclusive, I mean privatized pitches like that, just kind of more like fetch and thing. I think fetch is the correct word. It's not as super complex to me using that particular one, but just kind of more within the saying things like chic and some of those type things, CHIC as far as those pitches, just more fetch, chic, some of those type of good pitches like that. But it's a good song to jive some pitches like that, just have some mints nearby within the aspect of some of those type ones. Nice more holiday spice to keep it interesting in some of those type fairs, but just kind of missed the pitch. It is like basic kind of jazz. You would think of songs like Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, Jingle Bell Rock, some of these type ones, just in a new era type sense, something that's more recent to like the past 3 or 4 years within these pitches of like the usual kind of Christmas carols within the aspect to certain degrees get tiresome, some of those type of aspects. It's this kind of tone of just Sabrina Carpenter taking the helm, having like some new jangles and jingles as far as these pitches, having to have like some good contemporary kind of jobs. It's just one of those type pitches, just some of those type fairs that just like the aspect, maybe in like a certain degree kind of formal, not probably to the extent of having red cups everywhere, puke all over the bathroom, not to say full bound like that, but just the aspect of just like beer, red cups on the bathroom floor, so those type pitches, just stains on the carpet, some of these type of ordeals, pretzels on the floor, some type of aspects, but just within the pitch as far as just like the particular tone of just like the aspect of just like good contemporary kind of jive within the pitch of just like standard chatter. It's going to be like some decent commotion with probably more than 5 or 10 people, something like that. So just kind of ordeal, just good pitches like that, just good aspects about it. Nice, it's a cozy type song, but it has jive about it, so just good pitch like that, with good accent or good accent ordeal. Feels like a good contemporary kind of holiday type bounce within these recent type years pitches like that. So yeah, I recommend all songs off this EP. So 10 out of 10 within these appeals. Being able to say White Christmas is a nice one on here. It's like a great Billie Eilish style kind of Xmas carol pitch like that, Christmas carol. It feels like some Instagram music Sabrina Carpenter's rendition feels like some Instagram type music for like the day brush as far as this comes. So just within the pitch like that traditional type fare, just paying attention more to like not so much full bound kind of social media type jive, but just kind of the pitch of this more in tune with like the aspect of like the goings on in terms of, like the aspect of like if you do have like a moniker or something like that, if you do have like a YouTube kind of handle or just fares like that within the more bound typeness, I mean, it's definitely a Muzak type song, I'd say, within the pitch. It's more contemporary to like the times, but also the pitch of inserting some, also like the commonplace of inserting some of that aspect of like other things outside of like the business type fare, just kind of within the pitch of just like more tradition type fare, just extra aspects. If you do have like some sort of patent or business, something within the aspect, personal business, just hobby kind of business, some of those type fares just being known by different names, some of those type pitch, just within the aspect, just the kind of more social media type aspects, tones like that. But probably just to throw in this extra type fare, the personal life would go along with it, but just good type fare that just kind of, it has the particular aspect of like good social type handle within just the various type angles that going along with it, good pitches like that. Sabrina Carpenter can be pretty well mistaken for Billie Eilish on this particular song, so it's just when the pitch, but I look after good tone within those pitches. Nice 2020s bite, I'd say. Is it New Year's Eve yet? Is it New Year's yet? Is real nice on here. This is a real standout off this EP. Good pitches like that. Good flair about this one. A very nice Riptide song. It's like a snazzy kind of two-step kind of dance bop to get here. This reminds of like Doja Cat with like a song like Say So. Some of those type pitches from that particular rhythmic kind of bite about it. Just real swirling type one. Holiday kind of Jägermeister type treat. Some of these type ordeals with this. So just good, nice one. Get some minty kind of drinks in your system. Some Bailey's Iris. Some of these type tones within pitch as far as those formats going to happen. Nice green icy type drink pitches like that. Some of those type ones that just kind of have like the holiday cheer and Yuletide kind of in mind within those pitches. It's good, nice fare to kind of mingle with divas within the spit some edgier type game towards divas within a more after kind of holiday type prog within some of the occasions that kind of go along between probably mid-late December to about the first couple weeks of January. Pitches like that, just the more cozier, toastier type season pitches. Some of those type fairs, so just good, more fireplace and just more fireplace and frostbit type occasions within those aspects. For us, the tones gonna have good type pitches. Santa Doesn't Know You Like I Do is a good type appeal. Santa Doesn't Know You Like I Do is a good, nice one off this album as well. It's like a throwback to like 90s kind of Xmas ballad and Stargaze type songs, pitches like that. Some type of ordeals. Feels like within the pitch something that Mariah Carey would have done 93, 94, 95, some of those type aspects. Just one of those traditional type ones. It's kind of within a new era type flip as far as those pitches happen. Just an excellent kind of Spotify bleeder, some of these type aspects. It's an excellent kind of Spotify bleeder pitches like that as far as those pairs going to go. So just with an aspect of just watch the stars, smoke outside, some of these type of ordeals within the relative, depending upon how chilly, full bound, and this minty cold that kind of is within those aspects as far as the tone's going to happen. But just looking after the particular, kind of within the particular type fare, just some kickback, but just some good type tones within the aspect of like Santa Doesn't Know You Like I Do is like a good 2020s type rendition of like a song like Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire, just with the more kind of smoke type gauze pitch like that. So section type ordeals get that particular flavor, just more less kind of fireplace within the aspect of this particular song as far as these pairs can go, but just good type pitch for like good kickback slippers on sunny sub deals, good pitches like that. Buy Me Presents is a nice one on here, good type appeal. It's like a good amidst like the shopping rush kind of belation to kind of get here. Not sure if that's a full bound type word, but just belated to come with that aspect, with just kind of the belation of like the day, some of those type tones within it, just kind of sluggish, dreary ass day pitches like that. Some of those type appeals, this typical kind of holiday slog within the pitch, just good chilly, nice chilly type appeal, but the aspect of looking neat within those aspects is the particular fare. It's kind of a dreary ass day pitch like that, just kind of chilly out. Some of those type pitches, just a good nice one for divas looking neat as far as these press games. So dismiss the pitch as far as saying just the product of just being in like holiday outfits. If some of these type starlets and just overall folks in general are kind of wearing like neat and just the aspect of like real cute kind of holiday sweater pitches like that, just looking real mean, pull off red and green and white real extremely well, pitches like that, just real looking ferociously kind of appetizing pitches like that. Just the aspect of just noticing some of the glam type factor, just paying attention. It's kind of the pitch as far as just paying attention when you reflect on like just the holiday season. Just if you go through the holiday season too quickly within some type of appeals, you may not remember what particularly just divas or just folks like that in particular looking extremely nice within the aspect as far as the way such and such might have looked on like December 10th or something like that, or December 17th, when you get to the pitch of when it's like January 14th or January 20th, somewhere in there, and it's been past the holiday season and just kind of goes by quick. So this kind of aspect as far as just like the action type fair, just the intake of like the holiday season did not this happens to be like some good intake within like the factor, just talking about like the particular holiday type season, just noticing like the glam factor being real high, just this showy type moments for just saying like, hey, this is a Kodak type moment, this really have some step aside to notice some of the higher glam type factors within the pitch of it just not being like a particular throwaway, and just the aspect of like having a little bit of importance. Pitches like that's a good type of ordeal, kind of spewing about that, but just pitches like that, I'd say, within the aspects. So looking after it, within the tone, I think there's one more song I haven't talked about on here, which is Cindy Lou Who. This is a nice one as well. It's like a cute as a button, kind of holiday earnesty to get within these progs here. Just some snowfall to kind of have within a song like this. Frosty kind of softcore retire. Some of these type pitches here just have like a latte just to fit like that as far as what's going to happen. So just the pitch, one of those type ones. This the adaptation, just paying attention like the fair, like the holiday brush, and just the aspect of like some cozy type moments after like the tone of like the usual kind of blasé as far as those pitches kind of happen, just within the aspect behind it. It's that sort of earnesty of just songs like Dreaming of a White Christmas, some of these type of ordeals, songs like Santa Baby, some of those type aspects of it, just with the more kind of earnest and not so much eager, but kind of within the aspect of just more kind of like patient, chipper type fare as far as these pitches can happen, just within the tone. It's kind of one of those holiday type ones that just a little bit more sound pitches like that, so it's not quite as it's a good diligent type song pitch like that. So just to miss the fair, Sabrina Carpenter has songs like this. She was a little bit more prim in like her early days. Like she's a little bit more prim in like her early days. If you've seen one of the reviews I did with her 2014 album pitch like that, so just some of those type of ordeals as far as having like a more kind of upright type fare in like the holiday season pitch like that. But this good song to have like a latte too. Some of these type fares is toasty kind of set aside pitches like that as far as those fares gonna happen. It's a good type pitch. But I look after it, 10 out of 10 EP within pitches like that, within the fare behind it. Just the aspect as far as saying it's pretty like the aspect, it is pretty lounge within certain type of aspects, but it is kind of within the tone of just like standard kind of curriculum kind of about it. It feels a little bit more tightly whipped, I would say, within the tone. It feels a little bit more tightly whipped within the tone as far as these pitch albums. Not because of like family commitments from Sabrina Carpenter as far as these pitch albums, just to miss the ordeal as far as just the product of just having active kind of schedule, just with like the tone of just like the commonplace of like the day routine and pitches like that. Some of these type fairs, I'd say probably the most loosened up type song on here, which is a good type pitch of a song to kind of get this rhythmic jive as is at New Year's yet within these pitches. But the aspect is typical kind of holiday rush, but feels kind of more, it's just a lot more prancy, I'd say, within pitches like that, to prance around some of these type of aspects within the tone as far as these pitches can have, but it's just kind of the tone. You do get songs like Cindy Lou Who, Santa Doesn't Know You Like I Do, and A Nonsense Christmas within some of these type of ordeals, but it's just kind of pitch as far as just like the aspect of the activity type fare. The activity is more social and like the low-key kind of homebound type moments, and it's more kind of meeker and like the outing type moments. This is kind of pitch as far as saying it's just the product as far as talking about like not as much kind of out and around within some of that pitch. Not like that's a problem, just painted as this kind of aspect as far as saying just the tone. There's more chatter in like the homebound type moments, more so than like the gallivant type moments within the out and around type scenes. So it's not, it doesn't feel as much full bound within like the pitch of going around towards like the parkside bound type ones, the out and like city strut, some of these type of ordeals, city squares, some of these type of aspects of the tones. So this kind of pitch as far as saying this has more within the commonplace, but it's not to say it's not such. It's just kind of pitch as far as saying just the product of it just kind of falls on more of personable type shoulders pitches like that. So that's the ordeal as far as saying. But excellent type fare, 10 out of 10. I'd say the social score gets a 10 out of 10 as well as within these pitches. Sabrina Carpenter's pretty glam type appeal pitches like that. Just the aspect of like prolific as hell pitches like that. Just the aspect, consistent kind of hit streaks. Some of these type of appeals is pretty much in the mainstream commonplace on the regular. So good pitches like that is from the ordeal. So in terms of the future, Sabrina Carpenter dropped an album in the summer 2025 pitches like that. Some of these type of ordeals. This album is just a year or 2 years old. Some of these type of pitches, kind of the re-release is 2 years old. The original is 1 year old. The original is 2 years old. The re-release is 1 year old as far as these pitch comes. So just from the aspects as far as saying just from the pitch behind. But looking after it here, so just to sum up again, kind of within product, if you didn't catch what I was saying within like the social aspects about it, just kind of the aspect as far as just having some of these type ones, is the chat factor, just having more to do within the commonplace and just around the neighborhood as far as these pitches can happen. It has a little bit of jive within the pitch, like some occasioning, but it's kind of the pitch that, for the most part, it deals with coming up with what you're going to do when it's kind of more amidst like the aspect of not as much kind of, when it's not as much festivity. So good bound typeness, good pitch like that, excellent kind of ferocity, excellent type flares.